Up there? Okay. Is there a priest in the house? Look, I need an old priest and a young priest. We're going to do some exorcisms.
Sanctified martyrs.
Okay, he's one of these lads.
Strive for purity. Through purity.
His head's doing this thing. Are we sure he's not possessed?
Through service and duty, we ascend to holiness.
All right.
It is not the act alone that is weighed, but the intent and the fruits thereof.
Right, we're just going to have a word with Paul Bettany's character out of Da Vinci Code.
Serves no purpose higher than itself. Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? What could be more important than this?
I see a self-flagellating priest, not one in prayer.
The body is a vessel of the prophet's will, and its purpose is not to squander, but to glorify, says a sermon written by Flamen the Chaste. Through the suffering of the body, I free myself from the snares of evil. Each strike of the whip creates a wound, a holy space to be filled with the K's grace.
So, I mean, you've been speaking to the locals, and they're a bit worried.
I know which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery. I could not allow that, because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to living in impurity, as I know what that man intended to do with his sweaty hands panting over the next chapter.
What terrible thing do you think he intended to do? You say you know all too well the dangers of reading these books, as in you've read them yourself?
Of course. I am a red priest, after all. I know much about the struggles of the spirit. About
Insight check?
a person's dignity. About the acts that cloud the mind with a fog.
Okay. We've boosted practicality up to 8 now. Question mark. Almost as if you have something weighing on your conscience.
I don't know what's going through your head, but cease those filthy insinuations right now. Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations.
Bootleg Geralt! Well, there's the episode title. So what do you plan to do with the books?
Did I plan? To burn them, of course. That is what Miss Liliana deserves. That is the fate that befalls a rakish infidel.
You seem very familiar with her. Miss Liliana.
Yes. You heard correctly. Do you think I don't know what's in those books? I won't deny it. I took a peek inside.
The self-flagellation makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it?
We are dealing with.
You understand the struggles of faith, but you stole someone's goods. Return them to me. You want to burn books because they make people horny.
I must refuse you. We will not return these books. They are now part of the Red Church's property. And through me, the Church will decide their fate. They end in fire, where they belong. It is decided.
Burning books because it make people horny.
Knowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural should be penance, to free oneself from that sin. Chasteness does not come easily, but that is why it is a virtue, granting oneself relief through such primitive and vulgar acts, engaging with something as vile as these books. Have you read A Sermon on the Paths of Discipline by Brother Flamen? He makes a proper statement about those types of deviations. Hands that stray toward idle pleasures build no temple.
I would gladly familiarize myself with this sermon and then return to you.
Ah, you wish to have at least the bare minimum for discussion? Excellent. Look around our quarters. You should find that text, along with its perfect complement. A sermon on purity and temperance.
Does this mean we can start arguing? Convince Ismet won't be easy. I need to study the sermon's prayer debate. Okay, we have to debate.
Through purity, we serve the people. Through service and duty, we
Brothers and sisters, heed this wisdom. The body is the vessel of the prophet's will, and the purpose is not to squander, but to glorify. Hands that stray towards idle pleasures build no temple. For what is taken is in secrecy profits not the soul. Lay not thy flesh governed by thy spirit. For the fleeting flames of indulgence consume the heart's purity. Treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, as the pursuit for bodily pleasures is like blindness. If you do it too much, you'll go blind. And a blind man cannot fulfill his service, either to his kith or to Kai, which makes him barren and forever lost. Yet the prophet's judgment is not swift, but discerning, full of care and justice at the same time. It is not the act alone that is weighed, but the intent and the fruit thereof. A hand that lingers on selfish desires serves no purpose higher than itself, but a hand that labors for love and creation walks the righteous path. Know this, the seed is sacred, meant not for waste, but for cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose. Thus walk not in shame, but in understanding. For the prophet judges the purpose, not the motion, and not the vessel's nature, but its fruits. So what you're saying is if this book is used as a marital aid to help with copulation, therefore it's a good thing. Maybe that's going to be our argument.
We are the sanctified martyrs.
Right, he said there was another book to go with it, right?
Purity. Through purity, we serve the people.
Right. Brell's proof of delivery.
Duty, we ascend to holiness. It is not the act alone that is weighed.
Confirm receipt. Payment of order. Receipt has been issued. 2 identical copies. So, he's been spanking it to these books for a while, has he? Right. Shall we take this as proof?
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity.
So let's double check with this book as well. Oh.
We serve the people.
Hearken, my children, earth, to wisdom that is not manned, but of profit. For the hands of the righteous must not toil in vanity, nor should their works be consumed by the fires of fleeting desire. Yet it is not the act of the hand that condemns, but the heart that guides it astray. Beware, then, of selfish indulgences that build no kingdom, bring no fruits, nor serve others. As the river flows not backwards, so should man's spirit strive forward, seeking what is pure and true. Remember, therefore, that the gift of life is for sharing and not for consuming alone. But it is crucial to find holiness where it is truly resides, and at the same time discern what excessive zeal is unnecessary. Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. Your time can be put to much better use. Kai calls not for the denial of the body's workings, but for the elevation of its spirit. Okay, so that's another argument we can use. Like, you going after these books is kind of petty. You should be doing something better with your time.
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity.
Right, is there anything else around here we can use?
Purity. We serve the people.
All right.
Service.
Time to have a word with this lad.
To holiness. You have returned. My decision remains unchanged. All of Liliana's books will burn as soon as I finish my prayer.
I've read some of the Red Church sermons.
So, what has someone like you gleaned from them? I am most curious, especially since it's written that a hand that lingers on selfish desire serves no purpose higher than itself. Know this, the seed is sacred, meant not for waste, but for the cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose.
What if such form of satisfaction allows people to meet their needs in a healthy way? Does that not serve a purpose?
Of course it serves a purpose, a vain and impure one. Such self-gratification weakens the spirit and body. It compels the heart to submit to every fleeting whim. Meanwhile, to be men means resisting those whims, holding back the hand from striking, restraining the hand from depravity. How can a man be ready to protect his loved ones if he's so willing to blind himself through sin? Just to remind you, a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin or Kay, which makes him barren and forever lost.
Isn't it that the prophet judges not the vessel's nature, but its fruits? Camelotians the Camelotian you are scared of is a soldier. He serves. But what about, yet it is not the act of the hand that condemns, but the heart that guides it astray. You know, whatever, whip yourself. No intention of arguing with you. Burn the books if it brings you relief. Let's do his heart?
I see you didn't stop your reading of Flamen at a sermon on the paths of discipline. And you've cited the perfect passage. That's precisely the point. What ultimately guides the hand to sin is, after all, the human heart ablaze with unchecked desire. The same sermon says, "Remember, therefore, that the gift of life is for sharing and not for consuming alone." Woe, then, to the hearts driven by selfish desire, as those hearts won't listen to the word.
It's full of accusation, and what about thus walk not in shame, but in understanding?
I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary in priestly service. We know human nature all too well, do we not? Avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but ultimately, they will still stand before Kay and her word. Your words, however, are wise, and they lead towards reflection.
You quoted that the seed is sacred. Perhaps we should treat those subjects as a natural part of life, without unnecessary sanctity.
And there it is, the image of modern humanity, knowing no virtues. Stripping purity from every aspect of life, you kill holiness. And then, in the face of life's hardships, you ask where grace has gone.
For the prophet judges the purpose, not the motion. To be frank, I think Kai doesn't care if someone takes martyrs into their own hands. We've found a typo. I think you allocate sanctity to the wrong things, but it is crucial to find holiness where it truly resides. At the same time, discern where excess zeal is unnecessary. Are we doing the martyrs? Excess zeal where it's unnecessary.
Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. It can be put to much better use. Yes, you might be right about that one, stranger. An excellent observation, and a keen use of the passage from A Sermon on Purity and Temperance, I must admit.
What gives you the right to control what a person does with their own body?
It's not about control, my child, but about opening the eyes of those who cannot see. Would it not be better if each of us were ready to receive the prophet's word? A body that succumbs to temptation is a weak body. That is precisely why we must maintain purity, to be ready at any moment to receive the grace of the prophet. As Brother Flamen says, treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, as the pursuits of bodily pleasures is like blindness.
You're focusing on significant matters, as Kai calls not for the denial of the body's workings, but the elevation of its spirit. But is it really for you to judge? The same sentence says, yet the prophet's judgment is not swift, but discerning, full of care and justice at the same time. I've been going 2 all along. Let's go with elevation of spirit.
Through understanding and grace. That is a fragment where Flamen was not mistaken. It is difficult to interpret it otherwise, and his argument is further strengthened by his reference to the texts of esteemed priests. Nevertheless, the matter here is different. It has been stated many times how such acts dull the human mind. Such pleasures are like gathering rotting apples, unproductive at best, and poisonous at worst. So, dear stranger, where did our little discourse lead you? What about my role in all of this? Where would people be without priests, striving to protect them from sin and impurity?
I believe that what people do with their own bodies is their own business. Your desire grace, someone else's desires eroticism. Both are fine as long as neither harms another person. Separate natural needs from faith. Some things do not need to be treated with dogma. There is sanctity and there is humanity. Don't make a fuss over reading lewd books. What do I know? Whatever. Whip yourself. Right. Let's go with... leave people to their own bodies? I think that's the key one here. Desire, grace, some of the want eroticism. Both are fine as long as nobody harms another. Kinda, yeah. And he's harmed somebody's business. Let's go with that.
It is true that I myself was not always a priest. I did not always live guided by purity. Did that make me someone who hurt others or a bad person? I believe it did not. That's a thought worth remembering. Enough, stranger. I see you've tried, but I won't debate matters of faith further. I remain unshaken. The books will burn. Now, let me return to my prayer.
So I presume there was a right way to do that. Like, we just didn't pick the right options. I kind of want to see if we can talk him down. I did save just beforehand. What do you reckon, folks? Do we have another crack at trying to talk down Temu Geralt here? Can we persuade a zealot to give up the pawn? Though I feel like finding the piece of paper that's clearly indicated that he'd brought books anyway would be the culpable thing. Also, is he hiding them anywhere? Is there anything else here? No. I kind of want to see if there is a way to talk him down. Like there's the implication. We're gonna assert dominance by just standing there, glistening in the candlelight, naked. I mean, now you've said it, we're gonna have to do it, right? No, you know what? I'm keeping the mask on though. Can I just unequip like this? Yeah, I can. You know what? I'm keeping the boots on as well. And the cape. This is how we assert dominance. No, okay.
Bless me with the...
Alright. You know what? We're doing this again. We're asserting dominance this way. From our quick save. Right here. It's having to do a lot of loading in.
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we struck.
Here we go, right. And we have to do this in third person as well, right?
Through purity, we serve the people.
Okay, that's maybe a little too much, right?
Service and duty ascend to holiness. You have returned. My decision remains unchanged. All of Liliana's books will burn as soon as I finish my prayer. So, especially since it's know that.
Okay.
Of course, it's meanwhile. How can a man just to remind?
Right, so we click number 2 here. Isn't it prophet judges not the vessel's nature, but its fruits?
He serves indeed. It is, of course, a different kind of service than mine, but if you put it that way, it is true that this man, for reasons known to him, started his duty and continues it. I must admit that I hold deep respect for those dedicated to their service. Maybe the soul of that one is not as corrupted as I thought, even if he is so eager to look into those tomes.
We did number 2 again. Speaking of these tones, you adopt an accusatory tone. So I think I got a just like the line of dialogue, I think I got a positive line of dialogue from this.
I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary in priestly service. We know human nature all too well, do we not? Avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but ultimately, they will still stand before Kay and her word. Your words, however, are wise, and they lead towards reflection.
Leading toward... That's positive. Which is best, Temu Geralt or Wish.com Witcher? Seed is sacred.
The image of modern humanity. No.
Apparently he's just a big fan of the lesser-known Monty Python film, The Meaning of Life. Because every sperm is sacred.
Where grace has gone.
I think you allocate sanctity to the wrong thing, but it is crucial to find holiness where it truly resides. At the same time, discern what is excessive zeal, or did we get positive from prophet judges the purpose, not the motion? To be frank, I think Kai doesn't care if someone takes martyrs into the burn. We're definitely getting Friday vibes. We really are. Are we doing the martyrs? Or are we excessive zeal? No, I think we got positive from the excessive zeal.
Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. It can be put to much better use. Yes, you might be right about that one, stranger. An excellent observation, and a keen use of the passage from A Sermon on Purity and Temperance, I must admit.
What gives you the right to control the person does with their own body?
It is not about control, my child. Would it not? That is precise as Brother Flam.
Focusing on insignificant matters, as Kai calls, not for the denial of body's workings, but the elevation of the spirit. Isn't it really for you to judge? The same sermon says, yet the prophet's judgment is not swift, but discerning and full of care and justice at the same time. Which one did we do last time, and did we get a positive tone out of it? Let's say, was he a bit judgy?
That is, of course, an astute observation, and proof that you've read the sermon thoroughly. However, I am full of faith that I have been placed on this path precisely to make such judgments in the prophet's name. Still, one could also view it from the perspective you mentioned.
He's wavering.
Yes.
See, all we needed to do was get naked and assert dominance.
Discourse lead you. What about my role in all of this? Where would people be without priests, striving to protect them from sin and impurity.
You're right. Okay. We did not harming each other. Did we get a positive line out of that? I think we did. Nature from faith. Some things do not need to be treated as dogma. Sanctity, humanity, but don't make a fuss over reading lewd books. I think we got a relatively positive line out of this one. The other one would be, I believe, what people do with their own bodies is their own business. I think we go with this one.
True that I myself was.
Yeah, we did go.
I did not. Did that? That's a thought worth remembering. Speaking with you has been profound. I believe it was Kay herself who led.
We got a different response.
Thank you deeply for this dispute. You've left me with much to reflect upon. Of course, I'll return your books.
There we go! Assert dominance!
It's your call.
Right, naked speedrun for the win. Yes, here we go. Run back to the bookshop naked. With the cape clipping through. Actually, can we read the porn whilst naked? Let's have a look. It was classed as package of books. No, we can't. No, it does have left click to read down there, but I'm left clicking it, it's not doing anything. Alright, is the bookseller in? Does she stay there all night? The guards are not questioning the naked man running around. Yeah, we're going to have to wait. Well, I guess we will deal with that in the morning. Is there anywhere we can rest? I'll go and find somewhere else to rest, and we'll come back here in the morning. But this does feel like also a good place to take a break as well, doesn't it? So yeah, we'll do that. I'll throw a save in, because we were successful. That's the best way to save scum. Just to talk a priest down so he'll hand over the pawn. But of course, we have to do it naked now. Like, every conversation, I feel like this is how we boost our charisma stats, right? Just get naked. Yes. Let's offload some crap. Get some kip, and then we'll hand over the pawn. So what do I want to shove in here? Let's offload the stolen goods, maybe. Anything else that's taking up space? Screaming armor takes 20% incoming damage instead of you, while screaming in agony. You know what? Put it in there. We'll check it out for the look. Something else there I want to put away. No, okay. Also, we still got porn to read. There's definitely some porn books that we haven't read yet. But we'll go and get some sleep. Turn to the bookstore in the morning. And carry on with our endeavours. So, we still need to do the quartermaster stuff. There's still a couple of bounties that, well, appeared for the other guy. He wants a potion. We have a fake one we could do for him. What else? For the quartermaster, we spoke to Filth and he wants us to go into a basement. So that's probably the next main thing to do. Running around gives us 160 XP. So I think I've got at least one level up in hand, don't I, as well, which we can probably use. Right. Head back over here. Wait for the shopkeepers. I've got to presume when we see these guys show up, then she'll be active. Is it still red? And is she going to question me walking in naked? But, hey, we found your pawn. Also, like, I mean, he's been working here all night. She doesn't need the pawn. Seamless, I know. I'm a pro.
Hello again. If you need anything specific, feel free to ask.
Could you turn the heat on? It's a bit chilly in here. Here are your books.
How's Walter? I hope he didn't greet too hard when you made him part with him.
Wasn't actually him. It was the priest that did it.
Brother Ismat? A red priest? What for? Don't tell me he wanted to burn them for being indecent.
Yes, but I told him to return the books. Yes, but he couldn't do it. I mean, maybe that's why he needed the books. He's having trouble performing. I mean, these are both the same answer, really.
Another one caught in the charms of the beautiful Liliana, eh? Poor fella. Couldn't even harm the paper she's printed on. Thank you for helping. No many folks around here would have had my back like that. Here, take some gold as a reward, and I'll make sure you get a discount next time. One more thing.
The problem is I brought all the books in here.
And I hope I can trust you. We need to talk.
Don't tell me somebody stole all the porn again.
This time, I'm not in the mood to even joke about that. This time, it's serious. A matter of life and death, you could say. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devane's manor. A Delrida relic. And I need you to get it for me.
A bit of breaking and entering. I mean, I'm sure we can accommodate. Also, Frank, however, before I hand you this pawn, please verify your age using one of these services. Bloody government with their new age verification stuff. Why is this a matter of life and death?
The tablet was made by the Theud tribe and given to House Tarian as a token of friendship between the Delrida and the people of Cunacht. It's cursed, I suppose. Look, I'm no Theud. I don't pretend to understand their magic. But I do know the tablet causes nightmares. The thicker the weirdness, the worse they get. And, well, we all know what happened to Lady Maeve. If that tablet killed her, it can't stay in the manor.
If you knew all of this, why didn't you say something sooner?
Aye, if I'd known, I would have said something. But I didn't. No until the Stone Wardens reached out to me a while ago, asking if I could petition Lord Devane to return the tablet to the Delrida. I own a bookshop. I don't exactly have the social standing to march into Yvain's manor and demand he hand over an ancient artifact here.
Well, I mean, we've established how you get people to listen to you. You strip naked and just stand in front of them. Where can I find the Stone Wardens?
Give me your map, and I'll mark their camp. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too.
If it's so dangerous, maybe it should be destroyed. If it's a cursed tablet, why doesn't that doesn't seem very honourable.
Maybe it should. But it's also history. If the Stone Wardens are right, this tablet is one of the oldest examples of Theud craftsmanship. A piece of Delrida magic that survived on Avalon for centuries. Still, if it comes down to it, if it's a choice between taking it or leaving it behind to do more harm, destroy it. I'll deal with the Stone Wardens afterwards.
Admittedly, I don't have great stealth. So maybe it'd be worth destroying it, unless I can get in through cover of darkness and some other way. Not exactly honourable, is it?
And they'll tell you the whole Theud tribe isn't honourable, just because they use magic. They'll also call the Volker a bunch of raving lunatics. But while I don't put much stock in prejudice, it does feel wrong.
Alright. Did you try talking to Vane?
It's an open door invitation to the Lord's Manor just for showing up in Cunicht, you know. It's not like I haven't tried. I spoke to that snake, Anselm, but he practically threw me out the gate. He set a price so high, I'd have to sell my bookshop and still come up short. When I told him about the danger, he accused me of lying. Said I need to learn how to haggle. What a smug, spineless wee worm.
Alright, so he is on the take then, basically. I mean, we'll try.
I was just going to ask you to talk to Anselm for me. But if breaking in is what you prefer, I'll only stop you. Just try not to get caught, alright? That would be embarrassing for both of us.
Alright, also 2000 XP for Temptation. Alright, I guess we should put some clothes back on, because we might get into combat and might actually need them. Right, let's get dressed again. And what are we doing next? Oh, we were going to go into a basement in some warehouses, weren't we? That's what we were doing next. So let's track that one, which was this one. Filth gave me the keys. Yep, let's track you, and you are over there.
What brings you this way?
Also, let's go back to first person. Right. So it's over here. It was supposedly like a burnt out warehouse, wasn't it? So is it somewhere around here? Down there, apparently. Well, yeah, that definitely looks like a burnt out warehouse. There you go. Did not take full damage. Right, let's have a quick look around before we go down there. Is there anything remaining? Ah, that just comes back from those guys. Okay. Right. Unlock using the key. There's something moving around in here. Made it into a Kunak. Okay. Well, firstly, we need to get the boys out. Admittedly, when we strip naked, I'm fairly sure somebody could see we've got the boys out, but different boys. The implication is there's something moving around in here, but my guess is down there. Nimu's scroll, language of the menhirs. Well, that seems important. Right. Well, there's nothing in here other than supplies, which... are we stripping this place? I think we are, aren't we? Especially of sharpening stones. They are very handy for improving our gear. Ah! It's undead down here! They pinged on my compass. They actually sound like they're on the other side of the wall there, to be honest. Canine meat. They must have killed a lot of dogs. There's always canine meat knocking around as well, apparently. Won't say no to a bit of garlic, though. Alright, well, let's throw a save in before we drop in. Are the doggos going to appear? We may have to re-summon the dogs. They couldn't fit through the gap. Is that all the puppies? Yeah. Yep. Okay, we'll probably be able to come back on ourselves for that. Also, it does look like we can drop down, potentially. Apparently there's an underground city here. The dogs are having trouble again. Right, well, we're going to have to get the dogs down here. Forlorn axe. They are big boys. They are big dogs. But you'd think they'd be able to jump down, but no. They struggle with certain terrain. Trying to bite through the wall, apparently. Oh, another one of these lads. I just got shoved by the bloody dogs, it looks like. There you go. Oh, oh. Where'd you come from? Oh, oh, that's... Nope. Ow. We're all out of dogs. No, there is There's woofing going on. I might have fallen down a hole. I shouldn't have. Our little lizard up there still. Well, thank God he's not smart. Right. Time to get the boys back. They're the rare Dalek hounds. Yeah, I see that. Right, is there any other bodies around? Got some more Mad Dog 2020. Up. Did we lose the dogs again? Come on, boys. Come on. Well, apparently there's fresh chicken in here. So someone's been down here. That's very well preserved. They're all stuck again, aren't they? Damn it. Alright. That's it. Go get that bolt. Clipping me through the ceiling, it seems. Come on. There we go. We're down a dog. Right. There's glowing sigils and such over there. I'm thinking maybe we go back this way first. Presuming the dogs can figure out how to follow us. Figure that might get us a sneak attack. Some groats, mushrooms. Can I open this gate? I can. And that brings us back here. Nothing around. Nope. Again, the dogs have got lost, haven't they? Should we be wary? Ah, that's Filth's cube. Okay. Prism of Maelstrom. Right, I mean, basically we've discovered Filth just plays D&D. He's got like a D20 down here. Right, prepare ourselves for something to get summoned. No? We did get everything else bit, yeah. Come on, doggos. There we go. Good boys. So does it only look like there's 4 of you? Aha. Is this where we could have dropped in, potentially? And potentially died as well. Be a slightly tougher chest. A bottle of Fireball. Other whiskies are available. Oh, it's not even technically a whiskey, is it? Can I not use this ladder? Is the ladder a bit broken? I think we can maybe leave through the water. Possibly, but the fact that we can't use that ladder makes me think it's kind of one way getting down there. But can I? Oh! Well, I should have saved. Into Kunakt. Just trying to squeeze along and try and get to that door. So I feel like there might be something there. Oh. We were waiting for the water to come back in. Okay. Okay! You know that waterfall where I said there was nothing underneath it? There was. It was just tucked in the corner here. Right, is there a way back up? If not, we're going to have to go all the way through the path we'd already gone. Oh shit, we're underwater. I'm not breathing. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, we're going to have to... Because I don't think we can parkour our way up, can we? The legends are true indeed. There really isn't anything down here. No. Okay, right. Alright. We have to go the long way round. And wait for all the water to load back in once we step out. No, no, it's already here. Okay, right. Right, where's the best way to the city? Guessing it's up there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, because there's the platform where we first came out. There's one of the bridges, so yeah. Not like there's bandits over there. Might be worth having a pop at them. No, it's just dead bodies. Oh, and another toad. Which it might be worth having a pop at anyway, because I do need toad skins for the... And the problem is the dogs... Oh, I'm going to make it here, right. Right, is that all the dogs? It is. Oh, they've already woken her up. There you go. All the backstabs. And one dog survived. Lovely stuff. Not with a lot of health, though. There you go. Replace them all. We could rest up here. Anything worth... Some fish. That's about it. It did have some skin on it, which is good. We wanted that. Alright, let's get back to the city. Oh, there is... monsters? Looking vaguely monstrous, aren't they? What are you? Can I get you highlighted? Corpse eater. Oh, well, that's easy enough. Oh no, wrong thing I wanted. Am I not close enough? Oh, it's the guy throwing... that guy up there. It was impossible to do anything to, right? What have I got? Have a wolf pelt. He's got a rake on him, and Peasant's Wrath, whatever that is. You can use the cooking pot, but not a lot else. Some more titanium. Alright. Let's sidle up the path here, where we definitely saw that big ethereal dude that's completely immune to all my magical attacks. Get out of the way, lizard. Oh, there he is. He's completely immune to my stuff. There's no point. We may just have to camp out till morning. Well, he's hacking up me dogs. Can he bamf across the river? Can ghosts cross rivers? Apparently not. So you know what? We're just going to use this campfire then. Sure, let's level up. Oh, I've got 2. Let's do... Can we get this above? $238, $274 on the damage. Okay. What about we boost our decks? We might have to be doing some breaking and entering soon. We've discovered we're not particularly stealthy. And if we push this towards maybe 6, then we can maybe use some other weapons. That's reduced our noise to 85%. So another one that would get down to 82. Maybe with some sneaky gear would be better. Also, it is improving attack speed as well. Do we see him? Okay, it does come under all of these. So maybe attack speed does apply to our casting speed. So with that in mind, is it worth one in this? And then one other point in. Are we improving the dogs? Let's improve the dogs. Come on. There we go. So we want to take that invisible kind of, well, the ghostly guardian paladin type thing on. We're going to have to discover a spell damage that actually hits him. Because fire certainly didn't, lightning didn't. We're going to have to find something else. Can we get to the burnt out thing from here, or do we have to go through the gate? That's the burnt out. Is that not the burnt out one? Yes, this is our burnt out. Isn't it? There's that, and then here we go. Yes. We did rest, but the zombies shouldn't have respawned yet. I think it's like a solid 24 hours before stuff respawns. Okay, then. Let's go to the other end of the dungeon this way. Something's active. Alright, lads. You and me. We can take on the world together. Until you all die, and then I need to find replacements for you. Figured the sneak attack would get him. Is she going to pop back through that tunnel? Yeah, thought so. Alright. Figured as much. Come on, boys. Servant of the right. Well, Jason Voorhees here is... Well, a lot of good you guys were. I had to do that all by myself. Ritual blood mask. Right, well, these guys aren't too fussed. Mostly because they're dead. And we've got some more scrolls here. This may not be paradise. Merlin and I once believed that Avalon was salvation. A place where dreams could grow eternal. Arthur made us take the vision very seriously. All we needed was to drive back the weirdness. But what if the weirdness is a force that we can never truly banish from Avalon? Could it be that it does not merely surround this land, it sustains it? Every leaf, every stone, every whisper in the wind tainted by its presence. Well, let's get all the scrolls. Merlin once told me the wisdom is a flame, and like all flames, it burns brightest before it is extinguished. The magic that makes menhirs repel weirdness is itself a great wisdom. So I started to wonder, do menhirs die? Perhaps, though, I should phrase the question differently. How do menhirs die? For we already know they do. The one we found was already extinguished, but Merlin, Merlin, that brilliant beast found a way to speak to them, to rekindle their flame. The price of that language was his own blood. Nevertheless, what does the death of a menhir look like? Perhaps I am getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should trust that the magic Merlin breathed into them will suffice for humanity forever, and yet something unsettles me. I long to know what a world suddenly bereft of menhirs would look like. Right, we're going to go and tell Sheen that this is... Actually, this is all sparkly. Is this directly underneath the statue, do we think? Also, is there anything else in here? It doesn't look like it, does it? No boxes to dig up. No, not even some magical mushrooms or herbs. Alright. Well, I guess we drop in? Do we go back outside, or do I try that tunnel bit? I think I'm going to try it. But we're definitely going to save scum to do it. Okay. Come out here. Looks like I can drop to there. Throw a save in. Actually, this is the better bet, because that's the door I was trying to get to. No, that was not the door I was trying to get to. It is over there. Right, can I leap to that? I might be able to. Again, save. There we go. That's what we were supposed to do. And nothing. Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright, well, I guess we're just leaving? Yeah. Oh, I can't get back up there, can I? No, okay, I guess we're coming all the way around. I could have gone through the water again, but it actually takes longer going outside than it does doing this. So, if we come back on ourselves... I have no idea where the dogs are. They've gotten lost somewhere. Not that I've just completely abandoned them. Oh shit, no, we can't. I can't climb back up there. We have to go through the water. Right, okay. There is only one way out. Alright, well, let's see if we can survive the drop. Right? Again, another cautionary save. Yep. Ooh, actually. So true. There was only one way out.